Hi, my name is Nicole Novoselsky, and I'm a certified yoga teacher, pranic energy healer, and mindfulness mentor, here to help people live their best lives, feel more joy, feel more peace, release stagnant energy, stress, anxiety, and burnout, and just really come back to themselves and really feel awake and live this life to the fullest. And now, a little bit about me is that I was so miserable. I was so miserable in my life, and I took some steps and I finally got to a place where I feel so content, excited about the trajectory of my life, connected to myself and satisfied, and just feel like this is a complete 180, a complete different life. And so I want to share the 5 things that I really tapped into to help me get from feeling miserable to feeling completely satisfied and happy. So I hope these 5 things help you. Ready? Let's get into it. So the first thing is gratitude. Now, Oprah always talks about gratitude lists and how that helps her in writing down gratitude, and that makes you feel more in tune with your life and happier. She's not wrong, right? I think often we focus on the negative. We're like, oh, but I don't have this, and I don't have that, and I don't have this, and my life sucks, and this is what's happening. But it was that shift from focusing on the negative to, okay, what do I have? And then I was focusing on, wow, look at what's happening for me, and look at all these opportunities that are coming up, and look at all these people in my life, and look at the drive that I have. And that's a huge shift. That totally helped me, even though that seems super intuitive. And now I go more in depth on this in my Attitude of Gratitude workshop. It's completely free, so feel free to click the link in the description to attend this Attitude of Gratitude workshop. By the end of the hour, or I believe 45 minutes, you'll be feeling more peace, more joy, more connected to yourself. Definitely promise you that. So go take a look at that if you want more in-depth tactics on how to feel more gratitude in your life. The second thing is I really started connecting to my mind and my body. So I absolutely hated my body. I was miserable. I was constantly working out. I had all of this disordered eating, and I just could not find peace and acceptance. I was always wanting to be smaller. I always wanted to look different. I couldn't accept myself for what I was. And then I did my yoga training, and I just had this thought of, okay, so I'm gonna live my whole life hating who I am and get to the end of my life and be like, I wish I would have just liked myself a little bit more. And that moment I was like, who cares? Why do I care so much about being a different version of myself? I am myself right here, right now. Can I accept myself in this present moment? And this was a huge shift for me. So I started working out because I loved it. I started dancing in my room. I started doing activities that felt good for me. I started doing more yoga and slowing down and really tuning into my body. I started meditating more. I started eating less processed foods and really just whole foods that tasted good. Meditation worked, gentle movement worked, not eating processed food helped, and just really enjoying the food I was eating, going slower in my life. That was a huge change. Number 3, and this is a big one. I just grew up not feeling good enough. So I always have this core wound of, am I good enough? And I just have all of these negative thoughts. From the moment I wake up, it was a barrage of negative thoughts of, you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not skinny enough, you're not this, you're not that. And then eventually I was like, well, what if I were to just shift that, right? What if I were to actually start telling myself that I enjoy what I enjoy about myself? And wow, you actually do look lovely, and you do look like this, and I'm so proud of you. And I'm so this, changing the negative to a positive. I live inside my head. We live inside our heads 100% of the time. So you want to make it a nice place to be. Shifting that negative to the positive was so crucial. And I actually talk about this more. I give a lot of different techniques to do this in my Mind Reset course. Deeply rooted systems in you, and start to create new neural networks so that you can feel more joy and happiness and less stress in your life. If you're interested in that, I have a link in the description as well. You can join me and we get to work together on your healing journey. And I love, it's one of my greatest, biggest passions. So definitely, if you're interested, we can book a call and see if you are aligned for that. But that shifted so much for me, being nice to myself. Who would have thought, right? And then number 4 is I used to care so much about what people think, and I used to try and get everyone's opinion. I'm like, tell me what I should do, you tell me what I should do. Oh, okay, I'll do that because you said so. I was like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, like Katy Perry. What song is that? Firework? plastic bag drifting through the wind. Like literally, I was going every single direction. Someone would tell me this, I'd go there. Someone would tell me something else, I'd be like, oh. And I was just so confused on what the heck to do. And I was like, well, what do I want? I didn't know what I wanted. I was so confused. I was like, I don't know what I want. I'm always so used to doing whatever anyone else wants me to do. But tuning into myself and being like, what is it that I want? And can I let go of what all these other people want me to do and just start living what I want? It can be really scary because sometimes you're like, I have no idea. But it's also a beautiful starting point of, okay, it's an exploration to see what it is that you do want. And you can try things, and maybe you thought that that's what you wanted, and then you realize, you know what, it wasn't. And that's okay. It's not a failure. It's just feedback of, yeah, that isn't what I wanted. Okay, next thing. And so this leads into my last point, is it finally let me take off this mask. There's a really beautiful poem. I don't know if you know of Shel Silverstein. I grew up reading Shel Silverstein's poems, and he has a poem about wearing masks, and how my sister actually has this tattooed on her calves. But both people are wearing masks to try and fit in, and they pass each other by when really they were meant to be, but they were wearing these masks, but they couldn't tell that they were meant to be because they're wearing the mask. So take the mask off. Who are you? Let the world see you, because when you start to step into who you truly are, you're starting to magnetize those people who love you for who you are and support you for who you are, instead of the people who you want to impress and please. So it's okay to repel people, because you're also magnetizing some people in, and that's really important. That's what really started to change things for me, was when I stopped trying to please people and trying to be the cool girl and trying to be this and trying to be that, and just really doing my own thing. I have met the most incredible people along the way that have truly filled me up. And this leads into number 5, is surrounding yourself with like-minded people. It's really good to get different opinions, don't get me wrong, but we have a core need for belonging and for community. And so finding those people that really make you feel at home, that really bring the best out of you, where you feel like you're belonging and you feel like you're seen and supported, that is so necessary. So taking the mask off and allowing yourself to find those people and magnetize those people in, that is so important. And that's why I created my community, because I want to bring in these people who are like-minded and going through similar struggles and supporting each other. So if you're interested in joining my community, definitely take a look. I have a little Facebook group that you can join. I have my mind reset community that I do with my course. So there's lots of ways to join it. So I also have free calls that you can book with me to see how I can help you and what I can offer you to help you on your own healing journey. So if you're interested, take a look in the description. I'm more than happy to help you on your journey. Okay, I hope those 5 things helped you and gave you a little bit of insight in what I've been dealing with, and maybe it resonates with you. If it does, I would love for you to reach out, and I'd love to connect with you. So lots of love to you on your healing journey, and I hope to see you on more of my videos soon. I have meditations, yoga videos, all of the healing things, all of the mindfulness things. So much love, and I'll see you soon. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment, okay? Bye.